in 경기장 도시형.
All right, dtG Rowe has already left the game. He is disgusted from what he's already seen out of Sickness. Over here at the left-hand side of Shattered Temple, we have our teal Zerg player and member of ROX.KIS Gaming. He is LiveZerg. His opponent over at the 6 o'clock position, hailing from Dream Team Gaming, that is Sickness. He is our purple Protoss.
All right, so
yes,
they've saved the best for last, I would imagine, out of the Protoss players that they have. I'd say Sickness would definitely be the best. He's certainly the most prominent name on the team.
Yeah.
We'll see how well he does against LiveZerg. And, you know, if LiveZerg plays as passive as he did last game, I don't think a player like Sickness is going to let him get away with it.
I don't either.
So I'll have to see what he decides to do. Looks like it could be, just from where the pylon was for Sickness, it's going to be a normal gateway expand. This is a pretty tough map to forge expand on, so, well, it can be sometimes. So.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it is pretty wide open right there. I mean, it's an obvious choice. If you guys are wondering about our format, we have 10 maps in the map pool. So if a game goes the full 9 games of the best of 9, there's always one map that isn't picked, and that's done on purpose so that there's if 2 teams don't like one particular map, they can always let that one out, you know?
Right.
We want to give some choice. But in this case, not only do you pick the player that goes in next, but you also pick the map as well. So Sickness did choose this for a reason, and he must have some sort of build that's prepared for this one. We'll see what he's going to be able to offer here in a bit. Looks like it was Pool just before Gas up here for LiveZerg.
Yep, playing a safe opening, getting that Speedling expand most likely.
And let's see what his opponent is going to offer here in a bit. Really curious at how quick those gas. He's actually... Okay, there's gas a little bit later. Double gassing at the same time. I was wondering about that. So he's actually double gassing on 17.
I would imagine we're probably going to see Void Ray. Otherwise, if he wants to get really crazy, we might see some sort of Warp Prism thing. But probably going to be Void Rays in this particular case.
Sure. And I like how that prompted LiveZerg to move in, because he probably thought to himself, that was a really weird timing to see a
he did
an
see both
assimilator
gases
down there.
I always have to mention, too, if you see the second gas before 20, it always makes me think a little bit of DTs.
Oh, yeah, DT radar always goes off.
Not quite as true as it used to be, but...
No, certainly not, especially with the prevalence of Stargates and such.
Yeah, exactly, especially in this matchup. And how good of a job will this probe do at blocking the hatchery? It remains to be seen. Oh, blocking it there.
Yeah, Sickness.
And
get on it.
Oh, yep. But those Zerglings are going to chase him away quite quickly. Manages to delay it a little bit more with that pylon. And he gets some probe away, too, which is great. So
yeah, that was actually really cute.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say, because you sack the 25 minerals and lost for the pylon cancel, but you end up netting and saving the 50 mineral probe, which is now going to go back home and return yet more resources to you. So...
You can also run all over the map and put pylons there and
certainly.
scout. So a lot you can do with that probe.
And we actually have 1 sentry coming up. Is it a second? Yeah, this is actually shaping up to maybe be a sentry expand here in a bit, because he is pouring so much gas into that.
Well, these maps, this map is pretty small, so on a map like this, it's definitely safest to do some sort of gateway expand like that.
And let's see here what LiveZerg is going to offer, though. How close has he gotten to seeing any further units? Okay, he does see 1 sentry up. Parks himself on the high ground there. Very nice job at that. And there's gateways.
Oh, it'll be a 3-gate
and
expansion.
3.
Playing it really, really safe then.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
I like it.
I do too. I do too. I have to agree. And he's going to have pretty much enough to deal with any sort of early Zergling push.
Well, the nice thing about these 3-gate expands, too, is you can do some pretty strong follow-up pushes after you do the expand. You can do, well, the 5-gate used to be really, really popular, and it seems like these players are kind of playing a bit in the past almost, too, so we might see something. You can even do the dreaded 5-gate Nexus cancel and go all in with it. So, yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff you can do.
Yeah, this whole series has kind of seemed like it's been
a
very
it has. It's been
Team
weird.
League from April kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's been a bit strange.
Yes.
But these are players we don't watch very often. I mean,
True.
They are not a lot of players who are really in the forefront of the scene right now. Not a lot of top players in this group. So that may mean they're a bit behind. Who knows? But the game's been entertaining, so you can't complain. Yep, we'll be a 3-gate expand. So we'll see if he decides to put down another couple gateways or what exactly he decides to do off of this.
Roach Warren is already coming up for LiveZerg at the moment, though,
okay.
so he's going to try and pressure an attack here in a bit. However, we have our first couple of Stalkers now hitting the field for Sickness, so he is going to have quite a nice stout defense back at home.
Yeah.
And let's see here if we see quick layer and upgrades, or if this just becomes some sort of a Roach. No, okay, never mind. Two Spine Crawlers going down, so we'll probably see layer tech here in a bit. But
yeah, LiveZerg is nervous about those gateway pushes that that I had mentioned, and you can push just off 3 gateways as well, which just looks like what Sickness is thinking of doing. He may just be kind of moving out to the tower, causing LiveZerg to create a few more units instead of drones as well, which looks like that's about what he's doing, just making a little bit of an aggressive move just to kind of hinder the economy of his opponent just that much more.
Sharking, so to speak. And we do have gateway number 4 and a Robo now for Sickness. So
interesting place for the Robo, kind of putting it right out in the open there.
And we also have a hidden hatchery coming over at the top left-hand corner as well. So that's not been picked up yet by Sickness. And he is starting to fully move his way out on the field. Pretty good contingent of gateway forces there.
All right. Well, I'll have to see what each player decides to do out of this. Obviously, LiveZerg isn't really going to be able to get too aggressive with this anytime soon. It looks like he's going to try for a Ling run by here. And is there any space? No, no space. The Zealot does block that. He's going for it, though. This may not be the best decision. I think he's actually going to lose a good amount of Lings here.
Yeah, he is. That was actually
really nice force fields. Wow. Awesome force fields. The last two may be a little bit unnecessary, but
certainly, yeah, these two, but I mean, the first one was great to force those Lings right back into the group of gateway units right there. And even though he did waste a couple of force fields at the end, certainly well worth it there.
Yeah, very cool.
Ooh, Warp Prism coming up now.
Oh, okay.
Along with a 5th gate.
That's something that you do see every once in a while on this map in these positions is the Warp Prism. It's certainly gotten a lot more popular, I would say, in the last 5 or 6 months.
Yeah, we have the potential for quite a bit of damage here as, you know, some sort of a sentry drop into the main and then force field off and prevent roaches from running out. And then they can't get away as well because of all these units sitting out here. This could be very, very powerful for Sickness.
Yeah, could be sick for Sickness.
This could be the Sickness.
That's right. Well, here comes the Warp Prism.
And, oh, thank you. We had gone 10 minutes in a game without a ping. I mean,
know.
My God, we can't do that anymore.
I know. Oh, dropping Zealots on the top. Okay, he did bring a sentry, too. I was wondering.
Yeah.
He's going to force field the ramp. Yep.
Boom.
And here we go.
And here come the Warp-ins. Is he going to ferry units? Yes, he is,
as
a matter of fact.
Nice thing with Warp Prisms. Yeah, you can do that while they're in Warp-in mode. You can still ferry units as well. He needs to keep that ramp force fielded, though. Very, very important that he does that.
Yes, and it looks like he's he's got enough sentries there that he is going to be plenty fine in that regard. Can't sit there with the Stalkers on the high ground as well and just decimate those roaches. This is so bad for LiveZerg right now.
Yep. Oh, the probe's trying to get out as well. Nice flank with the probes, trying to surround some of those sentries, but you know what? He's going to lose a ton of probes here.
Yeah, he is. That was a huge...
sentries alive. Oh, move that one that's getting attacked by the Spine Crawler, please.
Yeah. Oh, he will. Ducked it back at the last second again. Anyway, we just have a handful of roaches that are now remaining. Queens are falling down already. 26 workers have gone down.
Yep.
This is getting increasingly bad for LiveZerg. More roaches are actually trapped on the ramp now. Not many of them firing at any given point in time. The Zealot actually tanks most of the damage.
It's going to be pretty tough for LiveZerg to come back and win this one, I got to say. Oh, nice saving with the Stalkers.
Oh.
From the roaches. Really nice micro by
Look
Sickness.
at that!
GG. Wow. Sickness showing his skill.
I think we're looking at a potential top 5 play there with that control right there, just picking up those hurt
cool.
sentries. That was